thing. I remember first time I watched They Live. My Uncle Paul, right, who was he was ex-military. But he had a wicked taste in movies, for some reason, because he's not very bright. And he loved wrestling. But he was also he's all right now, he's mellowed out, but he used to beat his kids a lot. And whenever I used to stay over at the house, he believed in collective punishment. So if one of us misbehaved, we all got beat. So you wouldn't necessarily even be in the, like, whenever my mother would be like, oh, you can go stay with your Uncle Paul, I'm off for a holiday, I'd be like, all right, yeah, great, please don't leave me, Ma. Like, I hate you, and we're not close, but please don't leave me. So we go and, we go and stay with, like, Uncle Paul. He had this rule about collective punishment. So, like, I would be in the fucking room, and, like, my cousin John would have done something, and it would be like, right, everyone in the living room now. And I'd be like coming down the stairs, like, what's happening? And fucking, he'd just have the belt out, and he'd be like, you're getting the belt. And I'd be like, why are we all getting the belt? John stole some sweets out the jar, or, but why am I getting hit with a belt? You'll all learn. When one of you misbehaved, it was like this pure military thinking, So I used to get absolutely fucking, like, belted by this dude. But anyway, the one cool thing that was good about staying around at Uncle Paul's house was he would show you all these cool 18 movies. He'd be like, your mother won't show you this, but you're going to learn about the real world sooner or later. And you'd be like, well, what about the real world? And he'd put RoboCop on. Like, you'd be like, this isn't the real world, but I fucking love it. Fair play. So I must have seen, like, RoboCop when I was, like, 9 or 10, And in the Terminator, he put on for me. And one of the films he made me watch when I was like fucking 10 years old was like fucking They Live. And The Thing. I watched all of these movies when I was like 10 years old because my Uncle Paul would be like, well, yeah, no point insulating you against a world of violence and things that are... Here's the thing. And you'd be like, well, that's never going to happen to me. I'm never going to be in an Arctic research station fending off an alien that can act as my own doppelganger. That, like, definitely... But I'm not going to complain because for two reasons. One, I'm watching an 18-plus movie at age 10. I am baller as fuck. And two, when I'm watching The Thing, you're not belting me because Cousin John stole some cookies out the jar. So, Uncle Paul was a wildcat, for fucking sure, dude. Yeah, exactly, Cyan. There's no point in... One day you'll have to fend off the predator. All right, Uncle Paul, thanks. Yeah, he was sound when he wasn't kicking the ever-living shit out of me at 10 years old. The things I didn't do. Alright. One time. Okay, 2 times. 2 times I definitely deserved a beating. 2 times as a kid. That was just one. This is so bad. I don't give a fuck. I'll tell you the story. So, one time, right, like, we were all sleeping around at Uncle Paul's, right? And, I used to get, you ever had, like, them, comic book, advertisements at the back? Like, the fucking fart spray, and, it used to be at the back of the Beano and the Dandy, or whatever comic you used to read, and you would send off for them, and they would send you some overpriced shit joke thing, and you would use it as a prank. Alright, so I got soap, but it was white soap, but when you washed with it, it made your skin black, right? So it made you dirtier, the more you washed with it, right? You put, like, I don't know, charcoal or some shit on you, right? So I got this soap, And I left it round Uncle Paul's house when I was staying there this one time. And I was so hoping that one of my cousins would trip up, use the soap, and, you know, get dirty off it and be like, oh, no, wait a minute. But anyway, here's the thing. My cousins obviously didn't wash. So my cousin John and my cousin Wayne, that's true. My Uncle Paul was so much of a man, he named my cousins John Wayne. Oh, God, I wish I was making this up. It's so, like, my life is so retarded. Anybody who judges me for being who I am, like, please understand where I came from. That's for real. All my life. I'm not making this up. So, anyway, I left the fucking soap out. Nobody used it. So then, right, it got to the middle of the night. And I was like, shit, man, no one got fucking caught with the soap. So, I woke up my cousin Wayne. Now, my cousin Wayne, bless him, he was the stupid cousin. Oh, God, this story, man. He was the stupid cousin. I was about 4 years younger than cousin Wayne. I taught him how to read, right? He was so stupid later on in life, he couldn't pass a basic military infantry intelligence test. He couldn't do it, so he ended up pushing supermarket trolleys around or whatever. So, I woke Wayne up, but he was a big guy. He was like Lenny out of Mice and Men. He wanted to tend the rabbits, you know? So, I woke Wayne up, right? And John, like, they had bunk beds, and I was on a bed over here. And I woke Wayne up, and Wayne was on the bottom bunk. And I woke him up, wait. Because, like, Uncle Paul and Auntie Anne, they're next door, right? So, I ain't got time for your mating calls. So I woke Wayne up, I was wait. Let's get the soap. And let's rub it all over John. Let's get the soap and rub it all over John. I can't believe I'm telling anyone this. I can't believe I'm telling anyone this, let alone doing it on stream. So me and Wayne, like, snuck into the bathroom, got the fake soap, got some water, like, rubbed it, set it off, tested it on our palms, right? Like, to make sure the black soap was coming out. And we went to John. We were like, yo, John. And he wouldn't wake up. He was out cold, right? So I said, Wayne, watch this, yo. And I fucking... Yo, I covered John, man. Oh, God, I covered him, man. I totally fucking wrecked him. Ooh, I put the soap all over his face, yo. I fucked him up so bad. Like, he was just streaks and fucking did his arms like this. And while I was doing it, like, Wayne was, like, trying not to piss himself laughing. Like, Wayne thought it was the funniest thing he'd ever seen, right? And he was, like, straight buckled, like, hee. I'm like, shh. We're never gonna get this done, man. Like, this is serious, important work. And my plan was, John would wake up in the morning, go into the bathroom and be like, you know, why am I all dirty and shit? And that would be the end of it, right? But anyway, Wayne was laughing so loud, we heard Auntie Anne shout, what are you little bastards doing in there? Or something like that. I was like, fuck. So I bucked it into the bed, pulled the old fake sleep. I think I was even doing the Sesame Street snore. Like, like, just hoping we don't get into trouble. Fucking Wayne got on the bottom bunk, and Auntie Anne come in, and she was like, like, came in like out of a cartoon. She's like going, I know you're awake, and I'm like, me, like desperately trying to fake sleep, right? So she comes over and she has like look and a poke at me. She comes over at Wayne, has a look and a poke at him. Wayne's biting the duvet, trying not to laugh, and then she looks up at John, her youngest son. And he is covered in shit. And she, Paul! Like, fuck me. Paul came storming in. What's going on, you little bastards? The belt is already in his hands. We got woke up at like whatever time it was, like 11, 12. Fuck me. We got the fucking hiding of a lifetime. We got the fucking hiding of a lifetime. What are you doing in, John? What are you rubbing coal on his face for? Like, fuck me. We got, honestly, man, the back of my legs. Oh, dude. That was fucked up. So I got the shit kicked out of me then. I probably deserved that one. And then the other time was just me being an asshole like, because Paul, this is really bad though. This is me being a piece of shit, age 10 or 9 or whatever. My Uncle Paul had just bought a brand new fake leather sofa. We couldn't afford real leather. I mean, shit, I didn't get a television till I was like 8. So my Uncle Paul had bought this like new fake leather sofa. He was like mega proud of it. You know what I mean? It's like foam, but it's covered in the fake leather. And I don't even know how this came about. But like my cousin John, he was a little cunt. He knows it. He was the mischief maker. He thought it would be just hilarious to trigger his dad if we, like, you know, put a little hole in it or something, like just to wind him up. Thanks for the cheers, Mirio. So a little hole, just a little hole in it. That was John's plan, a little hole. And I was like, yo, like, I don't know, dude. Like, that's a pretty, that's expensive, you know? And he's going, no, but it's a small hole, and he won't notice it. And then one day he'll find it, and it'll just trigger him. So I said, all right, well, how are we going to make the hole, John? I was immediately in, by the way. Like, John just said, like, no, it'll be a small hole, and he won't discover it for years. And I was like, all right, yeah, cool. That makes sense. This is like his pride and joy. He just bought this sofa. It's like his pride and fucking joy. Like, because after the army, he couldn't get work doing anything real. So he was like a fucking mall cop or something. So anyway, he said, we'll just make a small hole. And he won't notice it. I was like, all right, I'm in. What are we going to use to make the small hole? And he was like looking all over the place. Like, he was in the drawers, like trying to find shit that would make a hole. And he came back and he brought this kitchen knife. And he went, we'll do it with this. And I went, John, that's a fucking knife, yo. Like, no, John, mate, you're out of control, bruv. And he said, no, what you do is you get the edge and you fucking pick the hole out. You just pick a little bit of leather out. And I went, John, mate, like, I'm not doing this. I'm not involved here. And he went, come on, like, you know the fucking pussy are you, or whatever we called pussies when we were 10. And I said, all right, look, John, I swear to God, this is going to be the smallest hole you ever seen. This is a pinprick. They went, yeah, no worries. So I got the knife, and I went for the arm, right? Because like, on the arm, you wouldn't see it. And I went there, and John goes, no, not there. I want him to find it eventually. You'll never find it there. It was like in the seam of the arm. I went, John, trust me, he'll find it here eventually, mate. Isn't that the plan? He went, nah, you got to do it on the fucking seats. Ah, fucking hell, John. So I fucking started picking at the leather with the knife point, right? Just like that, gentle like. And John goes, bang! On my hand, and the knife just goes slump right into the fucking fake leather, which was, by the way, as thick as paper. So now we have a giant slit as wide as a fucking butcher's knife, like in the fucking sofa. And I'm like, John, you fucking mad cunt! Look what you've done! Look how big it is, John! And he was like, he was winding me up, saying that he'd learnt about fingerprints in the military, going, well, yep, I never touched the knife and all this. Like, I was mad. Anyway, needless to say, when Uncle Paul got home and discovered, like, John's first plan, by the way, was he went, we'll get some sellotape. So we covered the slit with cheap sellotape from Woolworths, like that. And I went, John, mate, that's worse. The sellotape draws more attention to it, mate. So then he went, don't worry, I've got you covered, Rich. After he's done it to me, by the way. And he went upstairs and he brought down a crocheted blanket, right? And he put it over the sofa. Like that. And he went, he's never going to check under there. Look, we'll just put it there. It's fine. And I went, John, mate, what if he looks under it? And he went, he's not going to look under it. It looks way nicer, doesn't it? And it was like one of them, like, yellow, white, pink, folded, crocheted blanket rug things. So I went, all right, John. I felt all right, actually. I felt comfortable. I had a brief period, like 2-3 hours before Uncle Paul got home, where I was like, this is fine. Actually, John's right. It was a bit of mischief, bit of excitement, got the heart racing. No way he looks under that blanket. Problem is, as I said, it was Paul's pride and joy. So I was upstairs, and the first thing I heard was, who's put this fucking blanket on my sofa? He was angry about the blanket, let alone what was under it. And I was like, oh, no, please, like, God, get me out, like, please. I never even been a believer. I was like, just beam me up, like, take me now, and fucking just kill me as a kid, so I don't have to deal with this. Just straight kill me as a kid. And then, man, the sound, it was like this game. It was like the wild, keening noise of a wounded animal, like, he was delirious with hatred. Someone had ruined his sofa. He'd saved just week after week after week of shit shop security guard paycheck. Just up the stairs. I was like, John, I'm hiding under the bed, mate. I'm done. John was like, fuck. John knew he was going to get fucked too, so I don't even know why John did any of this. I hid under the bed. It was like a scene in a horror movie. Paul opening the fucking doors like Jason Voorhees. And I'm hid under the bed. Please. Tell him I ran home. And then the fucking leg. He got my leg. He pulled me out. And he went, who did it? And I was like, oh, it was me. It was, but it wasn't like, nah. Shoo-ins occurred that day. That was really bad. That was a bad hiding. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That was like a prison beating, but I was 10 years old. I was like, Paul, my ribs, fuck my ribs. What about my sofa, you cunt? Like, I was like, But I didn't snitch. And yeah, 2 times I deserved the beating. There you go. Wait, where's the green thing? Oh, it's up there. I definitely did. I didn't have to hold the knife. Imagine if I held the knife to your chest and then my cousin John ran in and went, stabbed. Like, I'm complicit, right? Like, come on. I don't mind. Like, 10-year-old me definitely deserved that one. So. Oh, yeah, and by the way, Paul had a rule. If you ever ratted out any of... So if, like, John did it and he ratted me out, or Wayne did it and he ratted John out, or I did it and I ratted both of them out, like, whoever ratted out the other 2 got it 10 times bad, dog. Like, that was just a rule, like. You stick with your family. But you asked me who did it. Yeah, you didn't have to say nothing. Whack, whack.